Hi everyone, my name's Christopher Schmidt, and I'd like to start off today with a little story from a work experience I had in the past. Well, I was working in a department, and management came up with the idea that they were going to give away a time off award with additional hours or maybe some other kind of added bonus for people that would pick up extra duties in the office. Whether that would be doing extra orders or working on special projects or putting reports together or drawing daily reports to present to our directors. We were coming up with as a team all these different things we were going to work on and then accordingly put a reward to it. Well, some people responded to management with ideas and they selected them. They're like, that's a great idea, you can work on this. And they didn't really let everyone know. Well, come to find out about 6 months later, after rewards were handed out and projects were being completed, there was starting to be resentment on the team because some of the employees thought there was favoritism going on because they saw their coworker being treated with given something additional to what they were given, and they really didn't know why. So it caused a lot of gossiping and just a lot of inner turmoil on the team. So it wasn't good for the team, and it was really starting to cause barriers with everyone in the network. Well, we've really discovered that this all came from management, and it was just their lack of communication. So today I really like to talk about communicating in the workplace, how to improve communication, and specifically supervisors and how they communicate with their staff. Well, Susan Cullen from Quantum Learning states that communication is the basis of all relationships, whether personal or professional. You just can't do without effective communication. In order to build good relationships with your clients, your employees, and your peers, this is a necessity, and it has to be maintained throughout all levels of your business. Workplace communications definition is the process of exchanging information both verbally and non-verbally within the organization. An organization consisting of all employees and staff, and this goes throughout the chain supply of your organization as well. Now, being an effective communicator, you really have to make sure your points are clear. And many times management will mix up information and communication, where information is going out, communication is coming in. Now, we've all worked in situations where management works off-site and has sometimes limited to minimal contact with their staff. So it can really make these barriers difficult. Now, for management to say that they're passing on numbers and passing on information and that they're communicating with their staff, they're giving them the tools they need, well, they're not really receiving. So there's a little bit more to it. They have to put in this time to really make sure that they're interpreting the information that they're giving them. It has to be meaningful communications to make a difference and to make improvements. Because effective communication will give you more productive employees. When they have more knowledge, they'll be able to do their job right. And when they're doing their job right, they become more efficient. So it builds confidence, it builds morale within the team. Everybody wants to know that they have all the information and all the tools that they need to do their job. And with this, there'll be reduced mistakes. You'll see your safety numbers will also improve. People will give you new ideas and they'll share new ideas. There's a lot of insight that you can get from your team, and it's very valuable to use this knowledge. Lack of communication, like I said before, can cause transparency issues, and sometimes management doesn't even know that they're being transparent. So in this situation, that the example I gave earlier, there was a reward handed out and they thought they were doing a good thing, but they didn't let everyone else know that there was a reward attached to this, so they didn't give equal opportunity. So when they were trying to do something right, in a sense, they kind of backfired on them. So you really have to make sure all your pieces are in place to have this really be effective. Now, sometimes it's hard to share all information and reports as a manager with your team and to make sure everything's transparent, but you can make this internal knowledge more accessible and make your database anything that's not private knowledge. You can let your employees access it at their own will, so it's not always on you and on your management's back of something that you have to get done. And there's also something, a social intranet software that it's kind of a newer tool, but it's really great to get everybody on board and doing the same thing and to kind of give new business ideas and communicate things to people as a group. So it's kind of a virtual software that's really done some amazing things. Now, communication is really, when it's lacking on a team and lacking as the situation I described earlier, one of the best ways to counteract this is to develop a strategy. Now, the first thing when developing a strategy is you want to make sure that you have the time to listen to your employees. So if it's going to be on a set basis, you want to make sure that you have limited distractions so you can go in with an open mind and really make this become words interchange both ways and thoughts can bounce off each other. You really want it to be a comfortable atmosphere. You also want to give your undivided attention. I mean, there's a lot of things going on, so if you have other things on your mind, even though your phone's not going off, that can be another distraction. And you want to make sure that you can give all that you can to this short moment, because you might not get another one because you have so much on your plate. Now, we do understand that management is super busy, but I mean, you have to make the time for this. And another thing too is to show that you were really interested and that their words were really, that you really understood what they were saying and the points that were brought up. A follow-up memo from a manager is always appreciated, and sometimes words can settle when you have a conversation and really try to communicate with each other, and there's stuff that they want to share and they will bring you on the follow-up. Now, as a manager too, in closing, you want to make sure that you have these regular check-ins. The communication needs to be ongoing. Information is not communication. Information's outgoing. Remember, communication is going both ways. It's going in and it's going out. Management also, lastly, must communicate with each other. If you have one manager with these meetings with their employees, they have to be communicating within the organization, and that will carry through with upper management through the supply chain. And it's really important that everybody's on the same page so that you can carry out your organization's vision and goals as a unity. Communication really works well for those who work at it. So it's something that you can consistently improve on, and something you can follow your results from before and after and really see that it can help your organization. Well, thank you, everyone. My name's Christopher Schmidt. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer afterward. Have a great night.